Ever since our Supreme Court made the decision to overturn Roe versus Wade, there have been a variety of reactions from those who are pro choice or pro abortion that oppose that decision. They are so for abortion. They, in many cases, have been violent, and some have protested peacefully, but others have just continually tried to figure out ways that they can get around this so that abortion can be continued. And it's just amazing to me the lengths that some will go to promote the killing of babies in the womb. And I want to tell you a story today that comes from nature itself that shows that that is just not right. And so, anyway, I'll get to that in just a moment. But let me first of all say hello and welcome to another Heart to Heart talk with me. I'm John Kuert, the pastor at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania. And thanks for joining me today. And I hope that this message will just help us all to understand a little bit more about how God has built into us, into nature itself, life and the preservation of life. Well, it's a story that comes from an Indian evangelist who was writing about a treacherous forest fire that swept through the Himalayas where he was traveling. And some of the men fighting the fire happened to look up at one of the trees and saw a mother bird flying frantically in circles above the treetop. She was chirping an alarm and warning to her nest full of babies. And as the flames reached her nest and it began to burn, she didn't fly away. Instead, she swooped down and covered her fledglings with her wings to protect them. However, in a matter of seconds, she and her nestlings were consumed by the fire. The firefighters, had witnessed a truly marvelous thing. God created that bird with such love and devotion that she gave her life trying to protect her young. And that is just an amazing story to me, and it shows that in nature itself there is this lesson that says we should preserve our offsprings and we should care for them rather than kill them. And that is the love that brought Jesus, God's Son, down from heaven to become a man and suffer a painful death for our sake. And I think that's a vivid portrayal of Christ's love for us. He gave himself for us that we could live. And I think that we should stand in awe as we think of his great sacrifice for us. And as we go through each and every day, no matter what season of the year it might be, whether it's winter or summer or spring or fall or whatever, I think we should focus more on how God gave his all for us, rather than allowing us to be lost throughout all eternity. And I'm so thankful for the Lord Jesus and for his amazing love that he has for us, and that he gave his life that we could have life. Just like that bird that gave her life Of course, all they didn't understand what they were doing, but this bird didn't understand. But nevertheless, she gave her life in trying to protect her offspring. And I'm thankful for Jesus' love for us, and I think it's a lesson for us that life is so important, physical life and spiritual life, and I pray that we will seek to get that message out as Christians, as believers, not only in the natural self, but in a sense, but also in the spiritual sense that God created life in the beginning, and He wants us to preserve life. Well, thanks again for joining me today for another heart to heart talk. I hope and pray that this little message will be provocative and make us think, and make us pray that people will understand that life is so important. Thanks for stopping by sometime in advance. Come and visit us at our church at Alpha Assembly there in Clarion, Pennsylvania. We would love to have you some Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. We always have a wonderful time together of fellowship and music and preaching of the Word. Well, God bless you. Hope that you have a great day, and Lord willing, we will see you again soon. Bye-bye.